Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mallory and I am an American military wife now living back in America. All right, well, if you are not new to my channel, if you've been following me for a while, you will know that my standard introduction for the past 2 years has been I'm an American military wife living in Germany. And I got so used to saying that, but I can no longer say that because we're no longer living in Germany. We're back in the United States. Specifically, we are living in California on the coast, and I will get to exactly where we are. I kind of debated on not sharing that, because we're having a baby and protecting his privacy and safety and all of that. But I figured, it's gonna be really hard after a while to hide where we're at. And I've already said on Instagram where we're at, so you guys will know if you're curious. So basically for the past 2 years, we have lived in Wiesbaden, Germany, which is just about 30 minutes from Frankfurt. So Frankfurt is a really big hub in Germany, the big airport there, and that's where our life has been for the past 2 years, since 2017. We had a ton of adventures. We traveled a lot, saw so many countries, so many historical places. We had family come visit us several times, which was super fun. Those are some great memories. It also had some downsides. It's not all sugar-coated stuff. It was hard adjusting to the culture shock, which I did do a video on culture shock. We also struggled with infertility for about half of our time there, and so that was really tough, but I am pregnant now, so if you're not following my pregnancy journey, you can find the playlist down below. But it really, overall, it was an amazing experience. It was something that I had always thought would be cool, and something that I really never thought we would actually get the chance to do, because many people in the military, many families, never get the chance to go overseas. They may even be in for 20, 25, 30 years, and they never get an overseas assignment, at least where the family can go. I mean, most service members do to get deployed, but when I say overseas assignment, I mean one where the whole family can go. And so we were really fortunate and blessed to be able to have that experience. So that's something that will always be part of me. I will always reference that as, a very unique time in my life, and I'm very grateful for the experience. So in this video, I wanted to talk about what life has been like since we moved back to California. Again, if you've been following my pregnancy journey, I've talked in bits and pieces about it since being back. Since we have been back at this point, as of this filming, we've been back for over a month. We got back end of October, and it's now early December when I'm filming this. Mid-ish December now. But if you haven't been following that, this video will basically be an update and kind of talking about reverse culture shock, stuff that I've missed about America, stuff that I miss about Germany or don't miss about Germany. So stay tuned. I think you guys will really enjoy this. We arrived back on American soil on October 29th, 2019. We flew direct from Frankfurt to San Francisco. And if you missed this whole journey, you can watch it in 2 parts. I'll put up one of the videos, one of the PCS back to the US videos in the cards and in the description box, so you guys can see our journey from start to finish. And at that time, I was almost 30 weeks pregnant. So not only were we moving across the pond, I was in the beginning of my 3rd trimester. So like I said, I'm filming this in early mid-December, and I'm closer to 36 weeks now. And specifically, we flew into San Francisco and then drove down to Monterey, California. So that's where we will be for the next 18 to 24 months. My husband will be attending the Naval Postgraduate School, which he's not in the Navy, he's in the Army, but all branches of service go to the school. And it is an accredited university, and he will be getting a master's of science. So it will be, I'm not going to say exactly what he's doing, but he was chosen for this program, and it's a very big deal to be doing what he's doing. And so I'm very proud of him, and this will bode very well for both his military career and his career after he either gets out of the military or retires. So this is such a good thing for our family. I'm really, really thankful to be here, not only because Monterey is an ideal place to be, but because he's in an ideal situation for his career. As of this filming, you will hear me say that a lot because I am pre-recording a bunch of videos right now because of being due very soon. We do not have housing as of this moment. So to be specific, it's December 10th, 2019. But hopefully by the time this airs, I think it should be going out around Christmas time, this video. Hopefully by that time we should have housing, and that would be like the best Christmas present, is to have a house. We are on a wait list for housing, so that's how it works. Sometimes with military housing, you have to wait. So we have been doing hotel living for over a month, minus our trip, which I will talk about. So first we lived in the Army IHG Hotel on the Presidio of Monterey base, which is where the Defense Language Institute is. So most of the time when we told people we were going to Monterey, they said, oh, is Mark doing the Language Institute? I was like, no, it's NPS. So Monterey is really known for the Language Institute. That's where service members come to immerse themselves and learn a language so that they can be fluent in that language and use it for their job in the military. But we were living there on that base for around 3, almost 4 weeks. And then on November 20th, we left for our big trip to see my family in Texas and Mark's family in Wisconsin, because they threw us baby showers. So we had a baby shower in Texas and a baby shower in Wisconsin, and also celebrated Thanksgiving with Mark's family in Wisconsin. So that was super special. If you want to see a little montage of our baby showers, you can go check out the video that I just made. It's just really cute and just shows a few things that we got. I do plan on doing a baby shower haul in the near future. Now we are back in Monterey, living in a different hotel, which is a lot bigger and it's a little more new. We have more room, which is a good thing, because what if baby comes early and we don't have a house? So let me say a few words about extended hotel living. I can identify with the plight of military families that are moving to Germany and are in this situation, because thankfully I never experienced that when I went to Germany, because Mark was there for 3 months before I was, because I was finishing nursing school, and he had secured housing before I even got there. So I just came and just moved right into our apartment. Whereas a lot of military families moving to Germany, they have to live maybe like 45, maybe up to 60 days in a hotel. And I didn't realize just how tough that can be. This is the longest I've ever lived in a hotel. So like I said, we got here end of October, and now it's December 10th and we still don't have a house. So it can be a little emotionally exhausting, because you're just confined to this space. You know, you don't have like different rooms that you can go to. You're essentially living in a 1-room house. We do have a kitchenette, which is nice, so I can do some cooking, but it's just not the same as like living in your own home. Okay, now I want to get into the topic of reverse culture shock. All right, so reverse culture shock, to me, the definition is when you have lived in a country that's not your own, and then you come back to your country of origin and you experience kind of what you experienced when you moved to that other country, but it's in reverse. So like you're having culture shock about your own country. The reverse culture shock is not nearly as strong as I thought it would be. I feel like when we visited Mark's family for Thanksgiving last year, the reverse culture shock was very, very strong. So maybe because we had that experience, it's not as strong for me this time. Really, for me, overall, the reverse culture shock has been like, wow, look at everything we've been missing. So one of the first things that we did when we got back was go to Whole Foods. So I love shopping at Whole Foods. I know that the joke is like, it's called Whole Paycheck because it's so expensive. And especially here in California, everything is pricey. But I grew up shopping at Whole Foods. My mom went there a lot. And there's certain products that, you know, you can only find there, whatever. Plus they have a really great hot food bar and salad bar, and with not having a house with like a real kitchen, that has been one of our go-to places for dinners. Anyway, like we went to Whole Foods, we went to Costco and got a membership, and I was like, I feel like a real adult now. We have a Costco membership. I love Costco. So basically, like, we hit up all these places that they don't have in Germany, and all the places that we miss and that we love, restaurants, stores, all that kind of stuff. And it was just really, really fun seeing, wow, look at this product. Like, this is new. I haven't seen this before. Like, oh, I love this product. I've missed using this. America has such wonderful convenience health foods. So Germany, I was very impressed with the quality of their food, just overall, like in the grocery store, but they didn't have a lot of like the conveniency things that the US has. And I missed that. You know, sometimes you just need these convenience things, even if they're a little more expensive. It's nice to have on hand, especially if you have like a baby coming or something like that. I think also part of like reverse culture shock is you come back, like if you've lived in another country for an extended period of time and you come back to the US, you have a different perspective. You have this depth of gratitude that you did not have before. A depth of gratitude for just how things are, what you have, the conveniences that you have, the privileges that you have, the freedoms that you didn't have in Germany or whatever country you were in. This is not like specific to Germany, but it's just that you're seeing your own country through a different lens. You feel more grateful and you don't take things as for granted as you did before. And you notice things that somebody who has lived here their whole life and has never lived overseas, you notice things that they probably don't notice. And so that just adds like a real depth to your life, I think. Something that I do definitely miss about Germany, and that I don't think I will ever get used to, is prenatal care. I am spoiled for life, and if you follow me on my pregnancy journey, I've said this, but I loved German prenatal care. It was just wonderful. You get an ultrasound every appointment, and I always spent like a quality time with my doctor, just chatting, and the appointments felt more full. And then I get here and they don't do ultrasounds unless like there's a real reason to do it. But I'm not high risk or anything, so I haven't had an ultrasound here. And they just like measure your belly, they test your urine, they take your vitals, and they listen to the baby's heartbeat. And that's it. And so every time I leave my appointment, there's nothing wrong with my doctor or the staff or anything. It's just how things are, and it will forever feel incomplete to me because my first impression of prenatal care was in Germany. So I think even subsequent pregnancies, I'm always going to reference what my experience was in Germany. So there you go. There's something I miss. A few other things I miss about Germany. When I was writing this list out, I was like, these are all driving. This all has to do with driving. So first of all, I miss driving on the Autobahn, which if you have saw some of my early Germany videos, you'll know that I was a little bit freaked out about the Autobahn because I was like, they're all driving super fast. It's going to be really dangerous. And it's not dangerous at all, you guys. The Autobahn is actually very, very safe because everyone follows the rules. Nobody ever passes on the right. You only pass on the left. You only drive on the left if you're going super fast and wanting to pass. People know how to do the zipper, which is where one car goes, if you're merging, one car goes from here and then the next one comes in and you take turns, and it's very orderly and everyone just follows the rules. And I miss that so much. I did feel very safe driving in Germany. Another thing I miss is the yielding. When you have, like, it's not a stoplight, so there's stop signs. I miss that rule in Germany where the person to your right has the right of way. So it doesn't matter who got there first, none of that. Just whoever is most to the right gets to go first. Whereas in the United States, let's say you're at a four-way stop or, a three-way or whatever, the person who gets to the intersection has the right of way. So you have to keep track. Everyone has to keep track. Okay, who got here first? And then that can cause some confusion if like you and somebody else get there at about the same time and you're like, do I go? Do you go? And then that can cause accidents and things like that. Another thing is I just don't feel as safe anymore turning right on red, because in Germany, that's illegal unless you have a specific green arrow saying you can go. You absolutely cannot turn right on red. Even if there's nobody coming, you don't turn right on red because it's more dangerous. I guess that's why they have that rule. Whereas in the US, if you're at a stoplight and you're in the right lane and you want to go right, if there's nobody coming and there's not a sign saying you cannot do it, you can turn right on red. And I mean, my husband does it, and he's been doing pretty much all the driving since we've been here. Like, we've had a rental car. I don't know. It makes me nervous now. Like, if I'm doing it, no, I want to sit here until it's green and I know for sure nobody's coming, because, you know, what if you're sitting there and you look and then you don't see somebody that's coming really fast, and that's how an accident happens. Okay, let's get to some things to finish out this video. Let's get to some things that I have missed about America. The top two by far have to be free water and free bathrooms. Yes, if you are not aware, if you've never lived in Germany or Europe, you have to pay for water at restaurants, which come in a bottle, and you have to pay for bathrooms, generally speaking. Like if you stop at a rest stop, like at a gas station or whatever on the Autobahn, then you have to put coins in. It's usually like 50 to 70 cents to use the potty. And to me, it's like, you shouldn't have to pay to eliminate, okay? Especially when you're pregnant and you're going to the bathroom all the time. It gets expensive. If you are from Germany or from Europe and you've never been to the United States, how the free water works is you go to a restaurant. I love just like going to a restaurant and you sit down, and some restaurants, they don't even ask you. They just bring you water, or they ask like, what would you like to drink? And you say water, and they bring you a glass of like nice cold iced water, and it's free. Yeah, it's from the tap, but it's drinkable and it's safe and it's fine. And you can get as many refills as you want and you don't have to pay for it. Whereas in Germany, you go and you order your water like any other drink, and it comes in a glass bottle usually, and there's no ice and you have to pay for it, and it's, you know, not very cheap either. I don't know how much money we spent on water and bathrooms. So I definitely do not miss those two things about Germany. Especially being pregnant, you know, you're thirsty, you need to drink a lot of water, and you always have to go to the bathroom. And then finally, the last thing that I really missed about the US is the emphasis on customer service and politeness. I'm not trying to insinuate that Germans are rude. It's just a different culture. You know, that's not their emphasis. But being an American, I'm used to that, just like how I was used to German prenatal care, because that was my first experience. I'm used to the customer service, people trying to be accommodating to like gain your business. I mean, that's part of like, you know, our economic system is everyone, you know, you're kind of competing for somebody's business. So if a business has a better customer service and they're offering like the same service or product as somebody else who maybe doesn't have as good customer service, that's going to be more attractive to the customer, right? And so it's a way to win customers and fans. And then just, you know, the niceties, like at the checkout line, like, hey, how are you doing today? Did you find everything today? And I take people up on that sometimes, and I say, you know what? I was looking for X, Y, and Z and I didn't find it. All right, you guys. So that is it for this video about reverse culture shock and what our life has been like here in California. The Monterey Bay area is so lovely. There's Carmel by the Sea, which is very posh and beautiful. There's a lot of dog-friendly beaches. So we've taken Zoe to the beach in Carmel. We went whale watching for my birthday, and there's the wildlife and plant life is just so diverse here. And of course, you know, you have the ocean, so it's just gorgeous. And the weather is very mild. They don't really have like seasons. It's just basically the average temperature is 60 to 70 degrees. Like the high is 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit all year round. So it's December and like it's been around 60 pretty much every day. So that's just lovely. I love that. So it's not going to be like German weather, which that's another thing I won't miss is the German winters. As a Texan, that was really hard to deal with because I need my sun. I need my sun and my warmth. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow along with our new adventure in California and with a new baby soon. So thank you guys for stopping by, and until the next video, take care. Bye bye.